What is going on? My name is Pyre, and today I'm giving you guys my Season 7 Fortnite wishlist. Now, in the past, I haven't made one of these wishlists, but this season it was so stale and boring near the end. I thought I had some extra time and I might as well make this video. So hopefully this is coming out the day before, but this video is going to go over many things, whether it be the map, the loot, or just overall fixes to the game that I would really like to see in Season 7. As we know, Season 6 was super dry in content, competitive. Nobody enjoyed the game like they have in the past as much as this season. So, without further ado, let me get right into this. I'm going to get right into the controversial part, mobility. Now, I might have some severely different opinions than most people out there on this topic, okay? So, for mobility in Season 7, I would love to see bouncers and launch pads back. Now, as we know, this game is super stale, and one of the things I think we all enjoy watching is just launch pads, bouncers, controller players, beaming kids out of the air, something to spice it up. Now, you guys just might completely disagree. Maybe you think that competitive is so fun to watch. I severely disagree. This FNCS, sure, there's some of the clutch moments from people like Tahi and Sprite, that was great. But overall, this FNCS lacked what every FNCS in the past has seemed to find a way to bring us, whether it be this is not saying bring back OP Mythics, but there's always been that something that's just fun to just, I don't know, something in the FNCS that just brings us extra joy and extra just like fulfillment watching, which this FNCS did not bring. So I think adding bouncers and launch pads back would add some great mobility overall, but it would also spice up endgames quite a bit. We would see different teams being able to battle height and not necessarily the same teams every single round. Now, this doesn't really, the launch pads and bouncers aren't going to add, you know, a huge difference. Sure, it might add a little bit of a skill difference here and there, but overall, you're going to have the people that are still going to be able to rotate dead side, or still going to be able to have a good rotate every single zone with or without this. So I really do think this would add for just some more mobility, and it would just be nice in general, especially earlier zones. If you have a far rotate after getting keyed in zone, I think this would just help in general a lot. Now, on the same topic of how to make the game less boring, these are some of my opinions. For arena, we need to add different like point incentives for grinders. You have people at the top like Mars and Advith who have hundreds and thousands. I don't know how they keep playing and enjoying this game, but somehow they do. Most people do not. That's why I think if we added some sort of incentive for people to grind, it will add more playtime in arena, and more you'll see skills and improvement rates go crazy, as people are going to be playing arena against players in the same divisions at a way higher rate. Now, I don't know whether it be V-Bucks, maybe a cosmetic. Just I don't think a shout out work. I'm gonna go on this right now. Remove Friday night bragging rights. You can see the people winning these, they are not gaining followers. I mean, maybe they are from other tournaments, but bragging rights does not give them followers. That's why I think instead of bragging rights, we should add a LTM game mode. Now you'd be like, LTM, that's like the most unskillful thing ever. Add a prize pool. We've had them in the past, but none of them have had a prize pool. I placed first in one of them. Not to brag, but these are content. They're pure content. We saw, and I think it was Laserbeam, Mr. Fresh Asian, one of them. They had the Flint Knock Cup. That was so much fun. You had pros playing it, pros recording it. You could see the enjoyment people had. Now add a prize pool, and people are streaming, having fun. That is content. That's YouTube videos. That's more reach for Fortnite in general. You're also having casuals getting into competitive off of these, which is a huge step, and that's so big about Fortnite. Anybody can play. That's why there's such a big skill gap between Fortnite, Valorant, Overwatch. It's insane. Now still going along with stuff to make it less boring, I definitely think we should also add more solo events. While solo events can be toxic, a lot of people don't have trios. One solo cash cup is great, but I still think there should be possibly another one every other week, or just something to to fill the gap and maybe make a little more money, whether that be daily solo cups for first and second like we had last year, something along those lines. I would help a ton. Now getting into the guns, this is going to be controversial. A lot of people are probably going to disagree, but these are like some of my strong opinions, and this is where I think the game's peaked in competitive levels. Next season, I think we should either keep all spazzes or go with the lever shotgun, tack, and charge. Now, the reason I say this, if you guys watch Oceanic's video, he explained it really well, but the amount of spazzes and stuff like Season 4, you would go against somebody with a gold spaz from Stark, and you wouldn't have as big of a chance. If everybody had a spaz, it would be an equal like playing ground, or everybody had a pump versus spaz. But if it's a blue tack versus a gold pump, you're pretty much screwed if your mechanics aren't good, and if you're not too great. Well, that might add a little bit of a skill. Actually, it would reduce skill gap, which would be huge. Now, for the lever tax charge, that's where the most skill comes in. Last season, season 6, or season 5, I mean, levers, I think were great. I don't know why we removed them. They seemed very balanced. You can't just go up in one pump, and you had to play smart. And charges, I feel, in a way the same way, except how much it fully charged can do to your body. But I do like charges. I think they were underrated. Kids charge, though, is not. Now, along with all this, remove crafting. Remove crafting, remove primals, remove makeshifts. All of this, remove it. This was one of the worst things to come from this season. It takes a long time. It's just annoying. And, like, who wants a makeshift that does no damage, shoots incredibly slow, as well as those primal shotguns that do no damage, you know? They were useless this season. They really were. Now, my most controversial take yet. Take out bows. Take out bows. And add snipers back. It gives trios a better opportunity at Surge, and it is extremely entertaining. I love snipers myself, and I love watching them. If you play smart, you're not going to get sniped. You have a way lower chance to get sniped. And if you're good with snipers, you got a better chance of sniping someone. But then again, going with this, I do believe the competitive and casual pools should be shifted from each other. Casual should have the opportunities of fun stuff like trick shotting and whatnot, while comp, obviously you want to have fun, but you want to keep the prize pool separated so it's not, you know, absolutely chaos. Now for the maps and overall aspects, add more POIs. If we take a look right here, it's incredibly diverse how much it was in Chapter 1 than Chapter 2 with the amount of split drops. And the reason for this is it's just so much more congested. Back then we had so much POIs and loot spawns. Trios could go several different places without needing to be contested and griefed, which is huge in competitive. It's huge. We'll see more action endgame, more entertainment, and it just helps Fortnite. Now, this one is just a no-go. Take out NPCs in comp. It adds to extra lag and hurts the game way more than it helps. Along with lag, add back bubble wrap. Mobile builds are awful. I'm not gonna lie. Bubble wrap, I mean, it wasn't great, but it provided much better FPS, and it looks way better than mobile builds. Also, take out animals. And Donald Mustard, what you doing? Like, I guess it was just the theme of this season, but animals are not it, Chief. Go back to the old ways, Donnie. Absolutely kills on lag. Now, also, I haven't heard this one, but I do think this would add for a little bit more action and a lot less lag. Surge hits at 75 instead of 70. Now, as you guys might not know, Surge hits at different numbers of players for each zone, and one of the biggest ones in FNCS and scrims is 70 players. If you hit that at 75, it causes a lot less lag as players tend to key and key and key. So endgame, you're not going to have the insane lag we see on Twitter each season from just the awful congestion endgame. Now, I know some of these are hot takes, but these are overall my Season 7 wish list. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing some more of these. Leave your video ideas in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.